Blackballed. 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 Blackballed.
What's up, everybody? My name is James D. Fiore, and this is Blackballed. I am very excited about today's show. I met this cat, I don't know, 12 years ago, 13 years ago. I was working at an online radio station called Indie Love Radio. And this guy came into the studio one day, and I was like, this guy's electric. Who is this person? And I think I knew him for like 20 minutes. Listened to a bunch of his stuff and then said, I think I want to take you to Calgary with me. just out of the blue. And we went to Calgary together. I was throwing an event there with my old business partner, and Najjah came and he killed it. And everyone loved him. And I am so happy to have him because I haven't seen him in a long time. As a lot of you know, I moved to the sticks. I moved out of Toronto so that I wouldn't put things in my nose and wouldn't drench my liver with alcohol anymore. And I haven't seen him in a long time, but he's here today. And I'd like you to welcome to the show, Najjah Calibur. Najjah, what's up, buddy?
What's up, bro? Big Jamesy in the building. Oh, my God.
Dude, I am so excited to have you on today, man. Like, I haven't seen you in a long time. The last time I saw you, do I even remember? I do remember. Do you remember this? I don't know if you were doing a CD release party or what, but I wandered into a club with shorts on and flip-flops.
I think I remember because they were giving me trouble because they were giving me trouble for you. That's right. That's like some dudes outside in shorts trying to get into the club.
No one said that. I just walked right in.
You got right in, bro.
Yeah, I just walked right in.
Crazy.
I knew that. No, I knew the bouncer, and I was like, "Can you let me in?" He's like, "James, you don't have any fucking pants on." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, fuck, let's go in." Man, you're. Do you remember that time that we when we met at Indie Love Radio, and I was like, I need to take this guy to Calgary with me, and then we went to Calgary. Dude, do you have any memories from Calgary?
Dude, man, that was crazy. First of all, and like I want to tell you, I mean, the Indie Love that you walked in on was actually at the Canadian Music Week. Okay, we was CMW. I had a radio show at IndieLove.ca, and then we were broadcasting live from the Royal York Hotel upstairs. We were sharing a room with Melissa DeMarco from out there. And anyways, long story short, I was doing my show, Ray. I just remember you coming up to me and like, you're like, I'm going to bring you to Calgary. And I'm like, yeah, shut the hell up, man. You know, everyone comes and talks that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, yo, I'm going to bring you to Calgary for this big show. Boom, boom, boom. You know, to do with Adrian Grenier from HBO show Entourage back in the days. But like, I didn't think much of it. You know what I'm saying? Sure enough, we exchanged numbers. Then you call me. I called you or whatever it was. And next thing you know, man, I was on a flight to Calgary. And boom, I got picked up in a limo. And then we linked up. And it was a crazy time. It was around the Calgary Stampede time, I believe.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Actually, not to correct the record, but we actually met at the Indie Love studio in the Junction. And we knew each other when the Melissa DeMarco thing happened.
Okay.
Do you remember that room was so crowded? Do you remember that?
It was electric, man. It was a good vibe. It was a good vibe.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I had this stupid idea where I was so drunk. I drank so much back then.
Bro, we were sponsored by I forget who we were. Oh man, some horrible alcohol, man. We were sponsored by. I forget the name of it. I shouldn't say that. My God, but it was like one of those sweet ones. What the hell was it? I can't remember. And the show was sponsored by it, so we were just getting twisted left, right, and center. My God. Those are the old days, though. But anyways, yeah.
Do you remember the freestyle sessions in the stairway?
I know. I remember those, man. Those are the good old days, bro. Man,
Rich London.
For those that don't know, James, he got bars. I have to let your people know that James has bars you You wouldn't believe the lyricism. I mean, the detailed lyricism that the homie has, man. He has pure stripes when it comes to that. I have to say 100%.
Oh, thank you, man. Well, listen,
Blew me
that
away,
coming from
man.
you.
Yeah,
Coming
yeah.
from you.
Nah,
Dude, I almost got evicted once because you came over to my house in the beaches and we were rhyming in the car to beats. And the next day, my landlord is like, James, can you come upstairs for a second? And I'm like, okay. I thought I was being summoned to the principal's office. And he's like, I really don't appreciate all that rapping at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't remember because I was so drunk, right? Like, I was just like, then I was like, oh yeah. I was like, but we were in a car. And he's like, James, the windows were open and you were parked right outside the house.
Yeah, brother.
I'm like, okay.
Those
like
times, I
hip-hop,
mean,
yeah.
all a whirlwind, man. I mean, those times were crazy. It was a great time. I have to say, man. I mean,
Let's get into that a little bit because the transformation that I've seen you make is remarkable because I used to dispense advice to you about alcohol and stuff like that while drunk, which was hilarious in hindsight. Like, listen, Najjah, you got it. I'm telling you, you're gonna fucking conquer the world as soon as you stop drinking alcohol. But truthfully, we have similar paths in that because
no, we do, we totally do, and it's amazing because, I mean, every time I kind of fall down. I mean, so long story short, right now to get to where I am right now, it's incredible. I'm so grateful right now. I'm 2 years sober. You know, no drugs, no alcohol. Just beautiful. But anyways, at that time, I was obviously having a great time, a massively great time. And it was still fun, actually. Drinking was still fun. That whole thing was a great time for me. But you did say to me, I remember you saying, Naj, we were in Calgary, we were in the hotel room together, and you said, yo, bro, listen to me. I think if you decide to put down the alcohol for like 1 year, I swear you'll get more done in this year than you get done over 10 years. You know what I mean? I really think, and you were like looking at me and you got a pause and got all serious. I was like, yo, shut the hell up, bro. I was like, you know what I'm saying? But in the back of my head, when I left, I remember after that conversation, I remember thinking about it. And then every now and then when I was going through stuff, as you start to see the telltale signs of, this is becoming a problem. This is a problem. These conversations start to come back. These seeds that were planted. Right. But of course, it was an addiction. I crossed the line and, couldn't come back from it. Got real scary. Did the whole nine. And but yeah, I mean, I'll never forget you out of all people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Telling me, you should stop drinking. Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
It's like Amber Heard telling someone not to shit on the bed. Like it doesn't.
no, that's some next level stuff. Anyways, yeah, bro.
Yeah. But we've both been sober for about it's been about I quit drinking like Christmas 2019. That's when I stopped.
Okay.
And I stopped and the pandemic hadn't started yet, but I stopped and then my life turned around. I'm going to play your highlight reel right now because you're a multi-genre artist. That's what I've been calling you over the last week. And the reason why is because dude, you have this do you remember the Oh Baby Give Me Mores? Do you remember that Toronto band?
No, I can't.
They're
Not by name, anyways. I'm horrible with names, though.
Oh, that's okay. Living Color, you know what I mean? Like they're almost like them, but like a modern version of them. Dude, right. you like surprised the hell out of me with your new single, which I'm gonna play as we roll out at the end. But I'm like, first, you moved the crowd when we went to Calgary. You performed and everything, but you were the host. And I'm sitting there watching you host, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, not just like the greatest host I've ever seen in my life. Like you can hype a crowd. Yeah. I was rooting for you when you were like vying to become the Maple Leaf
host for Maple Leafs. Yo, man, I lost out to Mrs. Canada, so I couldn't get mad at them for that. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Man.
Is she still doing it?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, but listen, hey, you know what I mean? We plant the seeds, but yes, brother.
But greener pastures happened because you ended up, and I'll play your reel in a second, but you ended up becoming like a FIFA like staple for international World Cup tournaments, right? Like, is it? Can you explain that? Because I'm not really all that familiar with how the structure of FIFA works, but.
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, it's amazing because I love music and so forth, but to be quite frank, my main thing is the hosting. This is what's getting me, this is what's getting me the most exposure, most opportunities. And now I'm coming back and doing music because it's still a passion of mine. And also being sober, I'm doing the things that make me happy. I realize, listen, life is too short. You got to do the things you love. It's not about chasing a carrot. It's not about, you just do what you love. And, if someone likes it, they like it, cool. But back to the hosting. Yeah, bro, it's one of those things where I went to a club. I remember we went to do a gig in this small hole in the wall downtown. I forget the name of it right now. But anyways, this guy Lance Brass was there. And long story short, we did the gig. There was barely anybody there. I mean, we almost didn't go to this gig because, it was like a Wednesday night or whatever. Did the gig, developed a good relationship with this guy. He liked what we did. There wasn't a lot of people. He said, don't worry, I'm going to, let's do it again. So we went back again, did it. The host didn't show up. So I ended up hosting the show. And my band, and big shout out to my homies back in the days, Blues Underdog. We're like a big fusion of music. And that's why you'll see influences of that now because we always had a good live show, but we never really were able to record any material that was, tangible. But anyways, so ended up hosting the show. And, he was like, yo, he remembered that. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, I think about 3 or 4 years later, he called me and he said, listen, I was doing some multi-level marketing thing. I was into everything. You know what I mean? I got HDM all over the damn place. So
was that like ACN? Were you doing ACN?
Oh, man, I think I did everything, fam. I did everything, bro.
When I met you, you were doing that Juice Tiger or some shit, weren't you?
What?
The juicer. You were like the voice of the juicer.
Oh, no. The Vitamix is legit, bro. Listen. Hold on. The cat trying to get out the damn door. Hold on, Fuzz.
Hey. What's going on here? Najjah, we're live.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'm coming right back, fam. All right, yo. So anyways.
Yeah.
Yo, the whole fruit and nothing but the fruit. So I was like, and you know what? So we have to be able to establish rapport within 4 or 5 seconds with a customer because it's a road show. You're going to all the Costco's across the country. And Vitamix was actually something that was a very instrumental.
Ground.
Very instrumental.
That's your training ground. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For just establishing rapport with people. But long story short, back to the story at the club, this guy ended up, he got a gig with the Olympics in Vancouver. He moved up to Vancouver, did the Winter Olympics. And after that, through that, he got the Pan Am Games 2016. And that's where essentially everything started for me because he reached out to me. I said, yo, Lancey, bro, what's up, man? You see my multi-level market, whatever? He's like, yo, shut the hell up about that. I'm like, no, but this is the shit, man. Yo, you trust me. We're going to get paid. He's like, yo, shut up. Give me your email. And I want to talk to you about hosting the Pan Am Games. So I did the Pan Am Games with that. And it ended up being a remarkable experience. First time working with in-ears and working in a true structure. I was just thrown in there. You know what I'm saying? I did beach volleyball hesitantly. At the time, because I love soccer, you know what I'm saying, football, yeah. That's my thing. So I kept begging. He's like, no, trust me, you got to do this because there's more time for interaction. We're gonna have a DJ, so forth. Not to mention at the time, shoot, man, there's some bikinis up in there. It was nice. Dude. I ain't gonna lie. Dude. Right? It was nice.
I'd still be on the beach volleyball circuit. I'd have a pot belly and I'd be traveling with the girls and shit. They'd have nicknames for me,
Yo, but anyways, I got a big respect for the sport. Beach volleyball is incredible. And they built a stadium in the C&E grounds exhibition called Chevrolet Stadium. I did that gig and it ended up going really good. That was the Pan Am Games. Then the Pan Am Games came. Right after that, and they said we're gonna bring you in for the Pan Am Games, and I gotta tell you that was the most eye-opening experience I ever had, because when you see people who are in wheelchairs and so forth, and they got a big smile on their face, and they're out there competing, and they're incredible athletes, wheelchair rugby, wheelchair tennis, you name it, and wheelchair I'm thinking rugby. To myself like, wow, yeah, like I'm thinking to myself, I can't you cannot possibly be complaining about stuff. The stuff we take for granted, in other words, right? It was one of those really eye-opening experiences. And then after that, I decided to go back to school for journalism and broadcasting. And I went to Seneca at York University and got a little bit of background from that standpoint. I got to admit, though, through that course of time, my addiction was picking up. So, I didn't pick up as much as I should have because, to be truthful, I think they kind of saw something in me. And let me get through.
Dude, anytime I know someone that meets you, they see something in you. That's like that guy's gonna spark, and something amazing is gonna happen to that guy. I don't know what it's gonna be, but like you're one of those cats, dude. That like, if I got in a coma tomorrow and woke up in a year and you had 2 hit singles, I'd be like, yeah, it's Najjah. You're an international platinum selling artist. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that would be brilliant, man. That would be brilliant. Well, however, thy will be done. You know what I'm saying? But with the hosting, man, it's been incredible because, like I said, I went back to school, and then the same gentleman same guy, man, he became like a brother of mine. This guy Lance, he ended up he did a great job on what he was doing with infotainment, and he ended up getting a call for FIFA. And when he got the call for FIFA, he said, if I get this job, I'm going to call you. And, it was one of those things where I had to do a GoFundMe, because at first they weren't really like, why are we going to bring somebody from Canada to goddamn, you know what I'm saying? It was a crazy thing. Like, we got people. He's like, trust me, you got to bring him. This is the guy. And, it was back and forth, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Finally
is that
got
him
out
there?
Yeah,
is that him there?
This right here, bro, we christened Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. This is where the Vegas Raiders play. So we did the very first event. This was the Gold Cup right there, and that was incredible. That was an amazing. It was a month in the States, traveling all over the States, going from city to city, and wherever had the most sold out seats is where they flew me. I didn't know where I was going until maybe a day before, because they were basically sending me to all the marquee matchups and wherever all the people were. But yeah, the bottom line is the hosting, bro, has been a phenomenal thing, because I love soccer. I went to school, played NCAA Division I soccer in Cleveland State University. I love entertaining people. I love people. I'm just passionate about it. So it's been a beautiful, beautiful marriage, bro. And we're just getting ready right now for the World Cup. And now we have Canada for the very first time, right? Yes. Since 1986, bro. 1986 going to be in the World Cup. And I got to shout out the U.S. men's national team, because my family moved to the States as well. And those guys, I work with the U.S. men's national team right now, doing their World Cup qualifiers as well. So, yeah, it's been a beautiful journey to see the places I've been. It's been incredible, James, because we're not just working with FIFA. We're working with something called CONCACAF, which is why we're doing the North America, Central America, Caribbean region, doing the AFC, which region. I mean, I've been to Tokyo. I've been Saudi. You name it. I've been all over the damn place. And
Saudi Arabia is a great place to stay sober, I hear.
Yo, let me tell you, man.
I don't want to get flogged.
When I first was getting these gigs, man, it was scary, because I didn't care. You know what I mean? And it was one of those things where, I could have lost my job at any moment, and that's the power of this disease. You know what I mean? So I'm just so grateful to be beyond that, and the people and the culture of all these places are incredible. But yeah.
Okay, listen, amazing. Let's take a look at your reel. It's incredible. I might have to stop it before the Coldplay song kicks in, so that copyrights don't get all fucked up and they start taking my shit down, because that happens. Because you have a Coldplay song.
No, it's all good, bro. Just a quick little thing I did put together, but whatever, it's all good.
Check it out.
Everybody's ready. Najjah Calibur, back to you, my friend. Well. Whoa. I can feel the energy's getting bigger and louder, and it's only right that we are here to see this incredible match that's about to happen. I can't hear you. One more time. Who is here for Flamingo? Wait a minute. I want to know who is here for Liverpool. Well, listen, this is what it's all about. This is the best game in the world, and we get to watch the best players play tonight to see who will be crowned the king of the world.
You are making some noise. USA. They're getting ready. It's hot as hell. Having a good time.
Over here. Now we are going to play a game of Did You Know? Congratulations to all the players who tried so far. Now I got a question for you. Are you ready? So, here we go. Osama, here's the question. Who is the current FIFA Club World Cup champion? Where is Real Madrid? Is it Gremio? Or is it Manchester City? What did you say? I can't hear you. Real Madrid! Good job, Osama. Yeah, and they're going to win today. Listen, congratulations.
You know what's funny is that I'm watching you do that, and I'm like, I've seen you're being yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you are not. Yeah. I don't consider when I see, like, just for all the people at home that don't know, when Najjah works, like when he's on a stage in a packed club, everyone is acting like soccer fans. you kill it. So when I watch it, you're such in your element when you do this shit that I'm just, you know what, man? I'm so proud of you. I really,
Man,
I'm
thank
fucking
you,
proud of
man. Thank you, man. It's been a huge blessing. Huge blessing. And again, I cannot, just to go back to sobriety again, so much has they changed to be a bit more focused. And, just it's been an amazing journey as I'm getting ready to, ascend right now. I feel like I can take my career to another level right now. And I'm just so grateful, man. So, I mean, listen, as you know, I got, and it's funny because it was during the pandemic, right? Because at 2020, right? At 2020, I just finished doing the 2019 Women's World Cup. Shout out to women footballers, women soccer players. Unbelievable. All right. And they're not, they're not wimping and wimmering, rolling around when they get tackled. These women are tough, bro. Let me tell you. These girls, amazing. Yeah. And my first time in France, I was in the south of France, Nice. I was in Lyon, I was in Paris. And, I'm just out there and, I'm the host. I'm the guy, right? So the ego starts to grow, and you're just, and I was good during the match. I was good at work, but it was always after work that this thing.
You're in the south of France. You're like, I'll take 10 bottles of your greatest
you know what
red
I'm saying?
wine.
It was a mad thing, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And from that standpoint, I mean, it was by 2019, by the time I just came up from doing France and Tokyo, and I had an agent I was talking to out of England. I was getting ready to do the Olympics in Tokyo, and I was getting ready to do a whole bunch of stuff, and things were just really blowing up. But, God stopped everything. Well, not, sorry. I mean, I shouldn't say that because at the end of the day, a lot of people got hurt. But for me, it turned out to be an experience where it got really bad and I crashed. You know what I'm saying? At May 4th, 2020. You know what I'm saying? That's the last time I had a sip of alcohol, man. And I don't get emotional thinking about it. But the bottom line is that, during that period, I got maybe 8 months sober. And then I ended up finding out that, and my fiance, God bless her soul, she stuck with me the whole time. Big shout out to Chach. She believed in me, and
I've always loved.
She always
your
said
wife is a beautiful person inside and out, brother.
Thank you, man. She said she said she was always holding on to the person that she first met. You know what I'm saying? Before this whole thing, this disease really kicked in, and ended up getting engaged. And then of course, I got a little daughter. She's 15 months old. Zanea.
She's so beautiful. Oh man.
Yo.
Dude, as a father of what I consider to be the most beautiful girl in the world, and I know you feel the same way about your daughter. When I saw a picture of you with your daughter, I was just like, I got goosebumps, buddy. Like, because I know that you are a great dad. She loves you walk in the door and she's like, I know she is, man.
Yeah, no, and it's amazing. And again, it's one of those things where during the pregnancy, my fiance didn't have to worry about me sneaking out to get alcohol or other drugs or me being present, to put my baby down. Like this stuff, I mean, with this addiction, people think, logic kicks in. There's no logic with it, right? It's not like, because I have a kid now, I'm going to stop drinking. And mine was not just so people know that are listening, it wasn't a self-help. It wasn't, I didn't self-help. Mine was that bad where I had to get help. You know what I'm saying? So mine wasn't through me. I got help and I was defeated enough to get help. And thank God it did, because now, I mean, it's just a piece that I can't explain, because I'm already hyper. I'm hyper now, and imagine, right?
It's funny. I thought I was hyper, and then I'm like, oh shit, look at that guy.
Right? So it's it's been a beautiful journey, brother. Beautiful journey, and this year we're looking at a lot of big things, and just grateful, man. What can I say, man? And I'm here kicking it with you, bro. You've always been like a brother.
I can't wait to see you again, man. I can't wait to see you
again.
Where are you living anyways nowadays?
Now that we're both sober, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have sober.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, what are we going to do? Like in Calgary, we were like literally while I'm telling you, like, you should probably not drink anymore. Pass me that 60 of vodka, please.
Yeah, right? Bro.
I'm pouring drinks. I'm doing rails off the bar in our hotel.
Among other things. I'm about to say, among other things. Lord knows we had some fun.
Do you know that trip? You know what was cool about that trip? Because it was, what was it? Calgary Stampede 2011, I think it was, or something. Whenever Entourage was,
it's all been a blur. Yeah, Entourage.
Yeah, when Entourage was going off the air, we had Adrian Grenier booked because he had a documentary called
God, I have the shirt.
Paparazzo.
Something
like that.
I can't remember.
Homemade paparazzi. Anyways, teenage paparazzi. That's what it was.
Teenage paparazzi. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah,
that's it.
And the funny thing about that is, like, he took a real shine to you. Like, he really liked you, and we had him again.
He's a humble guy.
Yeah, I'm about to bust your bubble because we
Oh no.
we no, because we didn't get along.
Okay. Well, I mean, listen,
And
James, you know you
got,
already, bro. Jamesy, you're one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? You either like you don't. You're like, yo, what's up with the?
I know.
Because you know what? Because you're very opinionated, and I respect you for that. You would give your opinion no matter what, and that's why I salute you, bro.
Well, thank you, but I feel like I am hated by people who are not good people. I really feel that way.
Well, I know. Well, my people love you, bro. It's true. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Dude, like all of my good friends, I'm sometimes surprised that I have friends like you, friends like Nigel, right?
Oh,
Nigel
man.
Williams, right?
Dwellers. Yeah.
But you guys are like, I have so many salt of the earth good friends. And I feel like you guys are slumming it when you're friends with me. Like you're like, because apparently you guys see something that other people don't. Anyways, Adrian Grenier. Well, first of all, I have a really interesting. You remember that actually was the hotel room that we stayed in Calgary. Was his hotel room. I took it for myself because I didn't like him. Because when we went to a restaurant and that's where I met him, and he just sat there like this, and I'm like, so hey man, I'm James. I'm one of the partners. Thank you for coming. Blah blah blah. And he's just like, he looks up and he's like, and he looks back down, and so immediately I was like, well, fuck this guy.
Yeah. No, I hear you. At that point, you say, it's not going to be human to me. Then what's good?
So, dude, we're in the limo on the way to the hotel. And I say to him, and this is all just me just being a dick now. I say to him, I'm like, Adrian, I don't think you're going to like this hotel. I think you're going to like the hotel across town a lot better. And the reason why I did that is because you remember the hotel room. It was dope. Dude, it was big enough for 8 Najjahs and Jameses.
I was happy. I couldn't believe it because, again, I didn't believe your ass in the first place when you told me bringing me out to Calgary.
That's because I'm from Toronto.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the hell is this? But anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So we're in the limo and we're on the way to the hotel, and I convinced him to go to the other hotel because I knew that the hotel that he was going to stay at was a dope suite, and I also knew that this hotel already gave him his like $2,000 gift basket. That's why I gave you that bottle of champagne because it was Adrian Grenier champagne.
My dude, basket. Let me tell you, that is a blur. All I know, bro, that whole thing was a blur. I seen mountains out there, mountains of snow out there, and it wasn't winter. That's all I gotta say. It was crazy, man. So
there was snow everywhere. Yeah, I know.
God damn.
But then when he came back to Toronto, do you remember that we did that other? It was Fashion Week, I think.
It was. No, it wasn't fashion. It was TIFF.
Oh, that's right.
It's associated with TIFF. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. And he came up to me. I was talking to somebody else, and he comes up to me and he smacks my back really hard, and he's like, "What's up, James?" And there was all these people that I was talking to, and I looked up at him, and it's Adrian Grenier, and I look up at him, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, who are you?" And he was just
you're
like,
cheeky bastard, mate.
Well, fuck him though.
He
was not nice to me. He was not nice to me. So he was. He's one of those guys, Najjah, that you just said. You either love Jamesy or you hate Jamesy, and he was the guy that didn't.
I feel you, man.
Let's pivot to music a little bit. I didn't know until I watched your Toronto Maple Leafs reel today, just to see, like, I went over a whole bunch of Najjah. I did a deep dive on Najjah Calibur, and I didn't realize that you toured with the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah. So
can you tell me about that? I know it was a long time ago, but
Yeah. No, I mean, bottom line with that, I mean, it's just amazing how, the word manifest is what I think of right away because at the time, it was my dream to play at the highest level of amateur sport in North America, which was NCAA Division I soccer. I'm over there, I'm playing ball. And, I got ADHD. I'm all over now I call it attention dialed in to a higher dimension. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
That's my new acronym for it. All right. So, but, I'm one of them. I'm excited here. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So, but I've been playing ball my whole life. So I'm there now. Playing NCAA ball. I'm traveling all over the country. Beautiful, loving this. And I'm like, I get this in my head like, yo, I want to leave. And I want to start a band, and I want to do some music. I was already dabbling in music, but I said I wanted to do. I said I want to take it seriously. So I tell my coach, I want to leave. I told my parents. My parents were like, what the hell, you want to leave school? You know what I'm saying? The whole thing. You don't want to leave school now. This is what you've been waiting for. It's all your dreams of. And it's crazy because within a year I left school, and within a year I was in a band. And that was the thing. Everyone thought I left because I had a band. I didn't have a band. I didn't have anything. And within a year, literally, I was signed to the biggest booking agency in Canada at the time, SNL Feldman. Well, there was two, the agency and SNL Feldman, the two biggest ones. And this was off the strength of our live show, because again, our music was, our live show was great, but recordings were never really too good. But how it ended up happening was, bottom line is that these guys saw our vibe, and it was down to us and another band that was signed to Sony or something like that. And these guys, obviously, they put a lot of money into investing into their product, and they want to tour and market the product across the country with Black Eyed Peas. And then it came down to the actual band or the management of the band saying, we want these guys to rock with us. And that was it. We were like, and this is literally, we just did like 2 or 3 we did a band wars competition. We won the band wars competition. One of the judges there was from SNL Feldman, my homie, Miss Chris McKeezy. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Chris McKee, that's my dude right there. And anyways, long story short, that's how it happened. And then, it was 1 minute, 1 minute, we're just in a band space and we're just doing like band wars competitions. Next minute, I'm like drinking and hanging out with Wesley Snipes and Justin Timberlake and Will.i.am and Fergie, and just it was a great time, man. We drove in a big one of those big not SUVs. We call those
like
things.
A Hummer.
Nah, Hummer. No,
like those SUV limos.
Not a limo, fam. No, we were like we were like, what I'm saying. These guys had like the superstar stuff. We're just glad to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Toyota Ford Runner.
No, what are those things where you drive across the country? RV. My God, RV.
Oh, okay.
RV.
An RV.
Yeah,
like Breaking Bad, like a Winnebago. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Something like that, bro. Yeah, exactly that. Boom, across the country. So yeah, it was an
Black Eyed Peas are
experience.
like, don't drive behind the Winnebago. The exhaust is terrible. Were they cool? Like, was Will.i.am cool to you?
Yeah, super cool. You know what? It's one of those weird, amazing things. At the end of the tour, so at the beginning we were only supposed to do. The agreement was we were supposed to do the West Coast, and the band that was from Sony or whatever was supposed to do the East Coast, because they were from the West Coast, so they wanted to promote on the East Coast. Long story short, we did the first half of the tour. On the way back, driving back, we get the phone call. Ding! These guys are like, yo, they said they want you guys to do the whole tour, forget those other guys. So we're like, yo, that's amazing. Get to do Toronto or home, boom, boom, boom. At the last show in Toronto, I got asked for Will's number, you know what I'm saying? But he was always cool, you know what I mean? They're all real cool, you know what I mean, hanging out. You think you're going to get like, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So I got his number. I'm thinking it's going to be like his managers or, you know what I mean, the head office or something. And then boom, I call him one time. He's like, yo, who? I'm like, yo, what's up? Yo, Will, it's Najjah. She's like, who? Yo, Najjah from the Blues Out. He's like, who? He's like, yo, nothing. He's like, oh, Canada. You always call me Canada. He's like, oh, Canada. Yeah, that's it. Listen, I can't talk right now. I'm about to go on the Jay Leno show. I'm like, okay, no problem. Bang, hang up. Next time I call him, he's like, yo, Canada, listen, I'm with Michael Jackson right now. I'm like, what? You're with Michael Jackson? Because they did some work. He did some work with Michael Jackson before he left. And I was like, holy smokes. So the guy gave me his real number. You know what I mean? But I just, you can't call him too much. And at the time, I didn't really have product because, again, as you can see, imagine me back then in terms of scatter, in terms of finishing what I'm starting. So I didn't really have anything. He was more like, hit me when you have something.
Was this 2007, 2006? What year was
that
it?
was 206. Yeah, 206 around there. Yeah, around there, man. So, yeah,
Americans do that. When they find out you're from Canada, they'll just call you Canada.
Yeah, Canada. Well, the reference point, because he's at that time he was touring all over the world, so you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they were bumping those times.
Speaking of bumping, I used to do bumps with Will.i.am's brother when I lived in LA.
Say word.
Yeah, because Nick and I used to throw this like.
Here we go back into the.
Well, listen, like
but it's facts and fact. Let it be known. Let it be known.
Well, yeah, we used to throw this after hours thing when we lived in Los Angeles, and I was so for like 5 weeks on a Friday and Saturday, I would be hanging out with this dude, and he'd always have blow on him, so we would talk for hours and hours and do a bunch of bumps, and I found out after like hanging out with this guy like I don't know a dozen times or whatever that it's Will.i.am's brother, and I'm like, oh shit, and I'm like, don't worry, I'm not going to ask you any questions about my brother, and he's like, good, because fucking hate my brother. Like he was all like that about it. I was like, okay, you don't want to talk about that. But yeah, no, it was it's interesting though because when you're traveling, when you're just starting out and you're traveling, like when you Najjah are traveling with a band like the Black Eyed Peas, that must have been like a couple years after Where Is the Love came out and they sort of made the transition from hip hop to pop.
Yeah,
and you've always had a really cool sound where you were able to like bridge hip hop and pop kind of together or whatever. I was gonna save it for the end of the show, but I think what I want to do, if it's okay with you, is play and we'll chat. I'll play like the first minute of your single because it's coming out May 13th, right? The actual.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it May 13th. And again, this is I call it Operation Stir the Pot in the sense of I just wanted to be be shown in this space because I've been doing so much of the hosting and I enjoy performing. And actually, I ended up doing something at one of the halftimes, and the people said, you know, the FIFA people were like, "Listen, we might actually get you to start doing some stuff," and it kind of turned that light on again. Again, being sober and having the cobwebs gone, so being a bit creative. And
you could do what Kanan did. You could do like the World Cup song.
I mean, that'd be pretty crazy, man. But at the end of the day, like again, this is a part of the things that make me feel happy. I love playing soccer. I love being creative with music. I love hosting. I love spending time with my family. These things make me feel alive. And as long as I feel alive, I am grateful, right? So whatever happens after that. But I'm all over the place with the music, though. Like you'll hear like a punk song. You'll hear like I'm gonna be in all types of genres. And I guess it's because of I grew up and been influenced by so much music, and I just truly appreciate it. I love concerts, so it is what it is.
So what is your new acronym for ADHD again? Because I am like a poster child for ADHD as well.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. So my ADHD is attention dialed in to a higher dimension. Zoom zoom zoom.
Zoom zoom.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my new shit right there. You know what I'm saying?
Because they gave me medication for it. Do you take anything for it? Or
so I have to take some sort of meds. I just have to tailor it perfectly because at the end of the day, when they first gave it to me, I was docile, homie. I was like, yo, no, I still need to be Najjah. I still need to be me. So I had to taper it. And then that along with my program, like I said, I work with some people for, in terms of my recovery. Between these two things here, I got my recipe. You know what I mean? So that I could still have my energy, still be a vibe, and not think. So yeah, man, it is what it is.
So we're just gonna listen to.
But I will say really quickly.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
People think. I mean, it was amazing that I would go through these lulls where I would get depressed. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, I don't know why I was getting, but that was through the addiction because it was alcoholism and depression. Which was the craziest thing because I'd either be really high or really low. You know what I'm saying? And then because people always know me as that really high, that I just forgot. I kind of got lost in just putting on a facade as opposed to, hey man, this is who I am. Or you know what I mean? And kind of just being me from that standpoint. So I just wanted to mention that just in case anybody out there, going through any depression or anxiety or anything like that, man, it's a natural thing, but there's ways out of it.
Your story is like an aspirational story. Like, when, it's amazing because I watched you and it was funny because I never actually, like when we used to have those talks, I was never ever thinking this guy's a mess because I knew I was a mess and I didn't think that you were anywhere near what I was doing. But like, it's all relative, obviously, but your ability to persevere it should not be understated. You're also one of those cats that like, because I'm a non-believer, I've never given you shit for being a believer because I feel like believers should all be like you. You know what I mean? Like your energy and your positivity and the way that you communicate with people. I'm sure you have been before, so I'm not saying like you've never been angry, but I've never seen you angry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know. And that was the scary thing because again, it was like like my fiance would say, you completely changed. Like it was like when I was with you, like I didn't cross that line yet. It was still like I was still on that double-edged sword balancing it. You know what I'm saying? But later on down the road, I wasn't one of those people because some people it's like right out the gates. As soon as they sipped that, they were gone from their 14, 15. My mom was way later on. You know what I'm saying? Where boom, all of a sudden I crossed this line. I couldn't come back from it. So it's interesting, man. It is very interesting from that standpoint. But yeah, I mean. I've always genuinely loved people and just love people, man. I just really do, So.
Well, listen, people love you. Let's listen to like a little bit.
It's different.
Hold on, before we continue, is that S Love?
So no, I brought it to S Love as well, but I got I wrote the bass line just messing around during the pandemic, and then after that I brought it to my boy Magic Man Murray, and then after I brought it to Murray, then I wanted a bit more dirty, and I brought it to S Love. So I finished off at S Love. Big shout out to Shelly. and Magic
Big shout
Man.
out. Sheldon, by the way, for those who don't know, childhood friend. We grew up in the same area. The DJ of the Pocket Dwellers, an amazing guy,
That's the homie
amazing
right there. That's the
producer.
homie.
Dude, that there is no harder working like self-contained producer ever.
No,
That's
it's
love.
amazing. You know what? I always have to salute anybody who's making a living doing what they love, and making it work. You know what I mean? So whatever the business
Absolutely.
is, whatever you love, and he loves it and he's making it work. Have to give a big shout out to Magic Man, this guy Murray Daigle, incredible. He helped me do ups and downs, and he's a great mind. He kind of understands. They both understand because I'm a guy with just a bunch of ideas, and they're like, whoa, okay, well, we gotta kind of put this together, and they both get me like that, and that's why I appreciate them, and they let me experiment, because at the end of the day, I like to experiment. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, you're like I knew you as a rapper who could also sing, and then I hear this song, and like we're gonna play it, and I'm just gonna nod my head like I'm in Wayne's World.
yeah.
I'm from a place where awesome always be. I'm from a place where you can truly feel free. It's hard to get there when you're steady in your feet. Just let it go, and you'll see. That's why I'm good. That's why I'm good. That's why I'm good. That's why I'm good. Let's go. Hey, you. I know sometimes I'm flying blind, but what I find is when I fly like this, it gets me peace of mind. I'm on a stroll, I'm on a roll. I'm fly as hell, but heavenly. I'm fresh to death, I'm feeling blessed, and that's why no one's stopping me. I must admit, I was a wreck, couldn't find a real me, but then I found my way back home. I'm letting you know that's why I'm good.
Dude, I like, and it's you. Like
Yeah, it's
the
still
lyrics, the lyrics is your bio.
Yeah, no, man,
You know
no,
what I
man.
mean?
Again, man, I just felt like I'm good again. You know what I'm saying? Coming from everything
Yeah.
else, I'm good again. You know. And when I was good, when I was untainted from life and everything, I'm from a place where awesome always be. You know, I'm
Yeah.
from a place where you can truly feel free. It's hard to get
And-
there when you're scared and you're freaked. Just let it go, and you'll see. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
and that's why I'm good, you know, and that's the whole thing. It's like I'm from a place where awesome always be, because it's a true inspirational. You know, you're not worrying about tomorrow, you're not worrying about yesterday, you're not worrying about what people think about you. You're just truly yourself. You know what I mean? And
You know what?
and it just happened to come out in this.
You know
in
what
this
though?
form, in this form, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
want everybody who's listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube or Facebook to close your eyes and imagine those clips that they show for playoff hockey right before the game. This is the track.
I'm good. That's why I'm good. That's why I'm good. Let's go. Life is a trip with.
Dude, this. I'm telling you, got to talk to who. I know you're disappointed that I stopped. I could tell. by
yeah, I
your
know.
face,
You know, I'm just, I'm just kind of, but anyways, yeah. But I thought about that. I thought when you planted that seed, I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, because
I know a couple people.
man,
that work like in production
man, I would be
in
greatly
NHL hockey.
appreciative. You know what I'm saying, my bro?
Yeah, well, listen, you know me. I will ask for nothing. I will try to do what I can, and hopefully it works out. But like this is one of those
Well,
tracks that
again.
like someone's getting smashed into the boards right before the hook starts. You know what I mean? Like people are touching
Yeah.
gloves when you say I'm good. You probably even have a hockey player or clips someone like a Connor McDavid like going good, and it's just right on the hook. I'm
No,
telling you.
that'd be pretty cool, man. I mean, those are the extras, right? Just creating it. It's therapeutic and whatever, right? So.
Who made the video?
So that was a guerrilla style video shoot that we did with my boy Dan Barker from Capture Films. It's one of those things where, say if you build it, they will come. If you kind of, again, manifest it. I said, I just want to do some music again. I want to get a couple of things going. And I just was thinking about it and was on Facebook. I saw the homie. This is a guy I haven't spoken to about 8 years. I said, D, what's up? His name's Dan Barker. I'm thinking of getting into the music again. And he's like, do what? He's actually facilitating a lot of coaching and trying to get in some structure and strategy around artists and businesses in general. And long story short, he said, let's get this thing popping. He said, grab his camera. We went downtown. We said, where do you want to shoot? So I shot here. We just basically were like, let's go here, there. And then
My favorite kind of shoot when no one gets a permit. Fuck
yeah,
permits. Just
exactly.
shoot.
Some of his shots, some of the video was shot on like a damn Samsung Ultra or whatever the hell it was, you know what I mean? So when we went to Subway, you know what I mean, or we went to like a store or whatever. So it was one of those things that we just put it together after. Because again, this is just me. I want to be able to put myself in this space so that I could maybe influence someone else that have greater producers, whoever, that I could work with them and basically so I could work with other people and get the ball rolling in that aspect. So that
is a hockky highlight song. I'm putting it out there into the universe. I'm telling you, I have the track now. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to. I hope he's watching because I interviewed him the other day. I'm gonna send it to Rod Black. And I'm going to be like, listen, dude, like if you know anyone in the production outfit at TSN, listen to this song and get them to edit a cut to it. And then he'll be like, fuck off, James. I don't do shit like that. Or he'll be like, sure, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one thing I learned, man. All you could do is ask, man. You know what I'm saying?
The hard ask.
Yeah.
As a podcaster, I got to tell you, the hard ask is really hard. Like they call it that for a reason. It's not easy to ask a person who has reached the pinnacle of their career to hook, for my example, to hook you up with guests or something like that. But asking them to like listen to something that has nothing to do with you. Here, I'm going to give this to you. His contact is, and then take it, and then we don't even ever have to talk about it again. And then hopefully something works out because that song is dope. Are you signed to a label right now or anything, or what's going on?
No. I just wanted to record some music and have some fun, brother, and that's it, man. You know what I mean? Like again, it's something I enjoy doing. I used to be in a band to be able to like jam out three nights a week or whatever the case may be, and it's fun. And I'm gonna put out some music. I'm gonna put out like a little EP. And then I'm gonna continue to do it because it's fun. So something comes of it.
This pandemic, I ask a lot of people this, especially people who found their stride. You found your stride probably before the pandemic. Actually, if you quit drinking in 2020, I would say you fit actually perfectly in this category. I'm in this category. I know a lot of other people are in this category where the pandemic was seen as like the crisis was seen. It's an old proverb. Was seen as an opportunity of sorts for people to buckle down and work as hard as they could because we had all this like cushion, this free time to do what we wanted. And another piece of that puzzle is that, and you just sort of said it, you're making music because you want to make it. Like you want to be a part of your craft, not because you're making it for some label. I think this is probably the best shit that you're going to make, like is when you make it for yourself. And those are the type of successes that will end up manifesting because when you were making, you weren't like, it's got to be 3 minutes because the radio people don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So I feel like you're on that path. Are you, do you ever, how would you balance like doing hosting for FIFA International and doing music? Like, are you
able to double dip? Dream, bro. That would be the dream. Because
setting up concerts in Qatar and shit,
that's crazy, right? So it would be something where you basically you're going all these places and you'd set up shows out those places if possible, or you have a booking agency that's dealing with music. You have your booking agent. Actually, now this is the thing. I want to now get with a booking agency because right now I don't even have a booking agency. I don't have anything. I'm just getting my website up now. Like it's been completely backwards through relationship building that I kind of gotten where I am right now. So the business, I've never been a business guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm now becoming a business guy. I want to get with an agency. And so I would have been able to have an agency that says it's very simple because the way I work is it's either you have this time booked or you don't have this time booked. So if I have the time booked, then I'm over here. If I don't have the time booked, then I can go ahead and do the gig, right? And that's and just expand my client base, right? In hosting as well.
Plus, and I both love you for this, and I kind of hate you for it. You still look like you're in your 20s, you fucking asshole.
My God, man. My fiance won't let me cut. She won't let me cut my my beard right now, fam. She says it's not allowed.
I just grew one just to piss off my wife.
You don't kill me, man. Yeah, no, it's nuts. I can't believe it, man.
She won't let you shave?
Bro, I'm going to be... Listen, bro.
That happened to Drake. Do you remember? Drake shaved his beard and the internet was like, dude, please don't show up in public until you grow that shit back.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, brother. Man, I'm going to be 46, bro.
Dude, we're the same age. When's your birthday?
1975.
Oh, 76. When's your birthday?
Yeah. 19. I'm a Scorpio. November.
So you're 45 now. You're going to be.
Scorpios in the building. Brah.
Well, I'm pretty sure you were born in 76 then.
No, mate. I'm going to be 47 this year.
You're older than me.
Mate,
Everyone at home was just like this.
Bro,
Get the fuck out of here.
Let me tell you something. When
I look like
do,
Voldemort next to your
Bro,
sexy ass.
When I go to do gigs and they get a hold of my passport, like it's a thing, bro. They're like, yo. They start running up to me, like not running, but they keep start. It's like a lineup. Like, listen, we just heard that you're 45, 46. I'm like, yeah, man. Whatever the age I was at the time, and they just can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. Like I feel so youthful. I feel so grateful, man. I feel so grateful that I got this energy, and it is what it is. So it's all good. It's all on the inside.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. Like is there Can we touch on something just for a second? I didn't talk to you about this before, but you're pretty open with it, and I just want to know. I'm going to preamble this a little bit, just because you're a good friend of mine, and I don't want anyone to think at home that I'm putting you on the spot about this. But
here we go. But he is.
No, it's not. It's not
okay,
funny or anything like that. But just a little bit. When Kobe Bryant passed away, I wrote this piece about how, as a non-believer, I discovered something when he passed away that I didn't know before, which is that I envy people who believe in God during times of grieving. And there are people that have passed away recently and in the distant past that I think about often now. And I think to myself, the overriding thought I think to myself is like, wouldn't it be like bliss if I could find a way to feel better about them passing because I thought that they were in a better place. And when I was doing the deep dive on you, I was thinking about your brother. Mm-hmm. And I love might not be the right word, but I appreciate the when the anniversary of his death comes and I see the things that you post, it makes me like I tear up sometimes, like like just because I'm feeling it for you, like it's cathartic almost. So yeah, I'm just wondering, like, is it still an inspiration for you? Like, what is that feeling like? And if you don't mind telling the people.
No, I mean, 100%. I mean, unfortunately, we know death is a part of life, and unfortunately, my brother's life was taken early. My brother was killed when he was 16 years old. He was murdered, and through that experience, it subconsciously affects you in a lot of ways. But I celebrate him and I celebrate life because of that now. You know what I mean? Definitely, of course, I think about him all the time. So I mean, my brother was the funniest, the biggest, and I mean, my God, my brother, man, I tell you, right? This my brother, Tupi Don Vladimir Kraft. He was incredible, an electric person, and again, his life was taken early. And just so that people know, he was really my adopted brother. He's really my first cousin. But my aunt was murdered. My aunt was murdered, and his dad was murdered back in Grenada. This is in 1983. They did a movie about it or whatever. I think on Hamburger Hill. I don't even know. I can't remember. Long story short is my uncle was the prime minister of Grenada, and my aunt, my dad's sister, was the minister of education. And unfortunately, in 1983, there was a little coup, and there was something, and they got murdered. And then we adopted my brother, and he came over. And that was the best thing. I had a brother. I had a sister. I love my sister now, but at the time I didn't really like my sister. It was, you're young. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, I got a brother. You know what I'm saying? But his life got taken, unfortunately. Carabano, 1994, and I celebrate him. I absolutely celebrate him, and other people, especially him. Obviously being in my household and my cousin, and it's just one of those things where. Again, like the Pan Am Games, when you see, when you see people, who are in learning or survive, or not just surviving, but living. They're not just existing. You know what I mean? They're alive and they're doing well. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, that's a moment. My brother, he would not want me to be. He's a guy that would want me to continue to push. He was always a guy to push me to be my best and all that. He was my younger brother, but he was very wise, I must say. He's very wise. He had an old soul. So, but yeah, no, I mean,
Coming from where he
him.
came from too, I guess he's probably like, you got it good here. Like you should like make the most of it.
That's another
That kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah.
100%. Because when he came up to Canada, you see breathing the air, first winter and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, what the hell is this crap? You know, I can still remember it. We have great times, and he developed such deep relationships with so much people. You know, when he came, I mean, again, his mom was extremely. Oh man, she was powerful. My auntie Jacqueline was a very powerful woman. Did a lot for women's rights, women's education, a lot of things. Jacqueline Kraft and his dad, Morris Bishop, you know, an incredible leader, stronghold throughout the Caribbean. So I mean, listen, he was just a powerful guy, and I love him to death. And you know, I never forget him. Every day I think about him, you know.
Well, I think and we'll end it on this because I think he must have resonated with you because I see you and I obviously never met your brother, but like when I see you talk about him or post stuff about him, I often feel to myself that you're like, you know, you're 20% him or something. Like there's a veneer that he left.
Yo, I was just gonna tell you something. I was just about to tell you something. Now I don't know about this, but sometimes when I feel like I'm having a really good time, I feel like it's weird, but I feel like he's jumping into me or something. Like I feel like it's the weirdest thing. Like there's been numerous times where I felt this weird energy when something really good's happening or something. Like I feel his presence. It's crazy, man. Listen,
that's the kind of shit that I'm envious of. No, really,
it's powerful.
You know.
So I don't know if it's in my head or what, but doesn't matter. I feel it, and it's a beautiful thing because all it does is make me smile and remember him again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
well, listen, we feel you. You're a beautiful thing. Your family is beautiful. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you,
you know,
brother.
I don't say that to very many people, but I'm super proud of you, man. I think that and I still think that you're at the beginning of your success, and you can come back anytime, bro.
No, man, no, for sure. As soon as you told me you want to chop it up, I said, first I was like, oh man, I was like, you know what, whatever, let's go chop. It's Jamesy, you know what I'm saying? We got some fun. Yeah. Chop it up, and that's it, bro. So man,
I miss you, man. I miss you, dude. I can't wait to see you again. I'll be in Toronto a few times in the next like 6 months. I don't know what you're tell us what you're doing next before we go.
Okay, so I'm going to Austin, Texas. Going to do a Nations League match with the U.S. men's national team. By the way, I'm trying to get in with Canada right now because I mean I'm from Canada. I would love to work with Canada. So anybody out there listening, I would love. I tried to make. I'm trying everybody. You know what I mean?
On the Dean Blundell podcast, we've had Craig Forrest a couple of times. Maybe I'll shoot him right now.
Yeah, of course Craig Forrest. Listen, I would love to work with Team Canada. I would love to work with Team Canada. So if anybody, One Soccer, TSM Sportsnet, anybody, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'll get it done. All right.
Maybe I'll contact Vic Router. Do you think Vic Router can help us out?
Don't even kill me. That's some old school stuff right there, fam. But anyway, so I'm going to Austin, Texas for a quick gig over there. Then I'm supposed to be going to Uzbekistan for AFC.
This is during the summer.
No, coming up right now, shortly. And then I'm going to Mexico for 18 days. Believe it or not, I've never been to Mexico yet, but this is for a women's tournament.
When are you going to Mexico? What month?
I'm going July.
Oh my!
For 18 days.
You're gonna die. You're gonna fucking die, dude. I went to Mexico to shoot something like 10 years ago.
Well, you know you're talking to a man from Grenada. For those who don't know, that's Spice, man. You know, I'm from Grenada. Boy. Dude, listen, you telling me I'm gonna die in the sun? What are you talking about, fam?
Yeah, you know what? That I might have been projecting a little bit there with my pasty ass skin.
Wait, whoa!
It was 54 degrees in Tulum with the humidity, and I made the mistake of leaving my luggage out. You know, the ones that roll, and I did the zipper up and it just came off because it melted.
Yeah, know what? No, to be fair, it's a lot hotter. Whatever's going on up there with climate change or whatever, it's a lot hotter everywhere. So to be fair, hot is hot. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna tell you I'm gonna be out there in 54-degree weather and be chilling.
Well, listen,
so,
if you're, it would be fun to do a podcast with you when you're overseas somewhere. We should try to link that up. Like I'll get up in the middle of the night if you're in Qatar, you know, or wherever the fuck, Uzbekistan or whatever, and we'll chop it up again, man.
The World Cup, I mean, the World Cup's going to be in Qatar, and then we might be doing Costa Rica for the women's under 20 World Cup. So there's a couple things going on. So,
and if you ever need a biographer,
man,
I'm down.
Listen, I mean, you'd be a great writer. Fam. You can get my thoughts together.
Imagine us 10 years ago going to like the south of France versus today. Like 10 years ago, it'd be like, I don't even remember the trip.
No, I know, man. Listen.
Today, it would just be like, Jamesy, you did it. We went for a 10-mile hike today, and it'd be like, I know.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. Being present. You know what I mean? Not looking to escape. That was my default. Alcohol was my default. Drugs were my default. Well, happy,
felt like a
sad,
job.
anxiety. That was it, man. Everything. I was like liquid courage.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. Amen. That's and listen, it's I got to work on it all the time. Like for me, it's not just I'm cured and that's it. I got to make sure I maintain fit spiritual condition and keep this thing moving, brother. One day at a time.
Najjah Calibur, thank you so much, man. We'll talk soon. I encourage everyone to go out and look for his music on YouTube. Look for his music wherever you happen to find music.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be dropping. I don't really have a lot of music out because again, I never really finished what I started before. But
dig into the crate. People need to dig into your crate then, because you got a lot of good shit out there. I know every artist does the same thing. They're like, that was 12 years ago. I'm so sick of that.
Yeah. Well, no, it's one of those things. I just feel like I really, and that was another thing. I kept saying, God, why? I'm like 46 years old. Why are you giving me these thoughts in my head? Yes, on Spotify. I'm just seeing sometime Melissa. Yes, it's going to be on Spotify coming up.
Melissa's my guma for those playing at home.
Oh, big shout out to Melissa.
She's my pretend
big shout out to
guma.
everybody
She's my
listening.
mistress
Tia,
from
I see
Sudbury.
Justin, DaCosta, everybody who's there. Big respect. But yeah, it's one of those things where you're wondering, because logic says you should not be trying to put out any music at our age, you know what I mean? But again, as long as I'm alive, why not? And we have the most wisdom, you know what I mean? We have more to reflect on. So whatever.
I want to tell you something quick before we go, because I used to think that way. Like rappers and like basketball players or athletes in general started to fade away at like 36. And then like a rapper over 40, are you mad? Did that ever happen?
Yeah,
dude. When the pandemic started and I quit drinking, I needed something to deal with my anxiety, because my anxiety just like went off the charts, right?
Yeah.
And so I've been, I say it the same way all the time. I've been on an Olympian, like rapper schedule for the last 2 years.
Wow.
Where every single day I write at least 16 bars, and every single day I practice my rhymes, the ones I did the week before or whatever, for like an hour. Every single day. So I've been doing this for like 800 days now. And I'm a better rapper at 45 than I was at 25. 100%.
No, of course, man. I mean, that's the thing, man. That's the whole thing, right? And because you enjoy it, and it's something that you've always loved. It's a passion,
That's
passion. Right. If life without passion, man, like what is that? It's
dude, you could do anything. If you were evil, you would be like the world's greatest televangelist. Seriously.
Yeah, man. So no, man. Like seriously, I'm just so grateful to be passionate about life, and again, these things have triggered all these things have helped that. But I grew up in a big tribe of people, uncles, aunts, big family, and parties and this, that, and just my parents really knew how to enjoy life, but they knew how to enjoy it, not like the way I took it, I took it way too far, but you know what I'm saying, right? So I'm just it's grateful to be passionate about whatever it is. I don't care if it's knitting, I don't care if it's your business. You know what? Just really quickly, a quick story, just to explain, just to explain passion. I'll never forget. God bless her soul, Miss Valada. I was in grade 8, okay, and me and two of my boys. We saw the janitor and he was sweeping, and then I remember we threw something on the ground. We're like, or something fell, and we're like, go sweep it up, or blah blah blah, or some stupid immature crap. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, my Miss Valada, I remember she dragged us into the room, into the classroom. She said, "Do you know that Mike has 3 degrees in such and such and such and such and such, but he chooses to be here because he takes pride. He loves to know the fact that he's keeping the place where children learn clean. That's what gets him up in the morning. That's what he loves to do."
Wow.
And at the time, I was like, I was laughing. I was like, what? In my head, I couldn't laugh in front of the teacher. But I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? You know what I'm saying? Because we're so trained that you have to do this, or you have to do that. You know what I mean? And I get it now, because, what is life if you don't have a passion? Right. So this guy, This is what he does. He's a janitor with all these degrees, but he's a janitor and he loves being around the kids. He loves, better be for the right reasons, but you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm just joking. Of course it is. And he was a great guy. Right. But that's my point, is that it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you can be passionate and you can live your life, man. That's a beautiful thing. Or if you have to do what you have to do for work, but then you make sure, you know, you love volleyball, you go play beach volleyball, whatever it is, you have to have that time up for yourself, man, so you can enjoy and engage your passion, so that, you know, you can make this life worthwhile, right?
That's right. Najjah, you're so inspirational. I'm proud that you're my friend. Thank you for coming out. We'll chop it up again soon, okay, man?
Yeah, brother. So look out for some music from all different types of genres, and look out for me hosting. I'm looking forward to a bunch of stuff, and I'm so grateful to be on this show, Jamesy. Big salute. All right.
All right, man. I love you, brother. I love you.
All
man.
right, bro.
All right, man. Cheers. Those are the most rewarding shows. Everyone can see it. Everyone that just watched that interview can see what Najjah's all about. He's aspirational. He's inspirational. His enthusiasm is so infectious. It's great, and he's always been like that. Even I know that sobriety is a big thing for him, and it's a big thing for me, and I get it. But before that, the thing that we did not have in common is that he was still a positive force in a lot of people's lives, including my own. So big thanks to him for coming out today. I really enjoyed that. I hope to see him soon. We'll have him on again. Tomorrow on Blackballed, I have another Toronto legend, is what I like to call her. Your favorite rapper wears a skirt, and her name is Eternia. And I think you're going to want to watch that show too, because she and I reconnected recently. She had a death in the family, and I happened to I helped that family member out of a jam a few years ago, and I was really sad to see her go. And but Eternia is one of the dopest rappers, male or female, that Canada has ever seen. And I can see Najjah right now because he's still in the green room. He's like,
Eternia.
Yeah.
Oh my
God!
Do
you have you know what? You're still here, so I'm going to ask you. Do you have an Eternia story? You guys probably did the same events.
Yeah, Eternia. Yeah, I mean, I did. There was a show that we went on. There was like a Toronto one. I forget. I think it was Toronto one. So the Blues Underground was performing. She was coming to perform as well. And my God, man, the girl is like just machine gun, machete, man. Lyrically, just retarded. Like she'll go eat up anybody's food. Like and you know what? And she did it not just here. She went to the States. You know what I'm saying? She was there. I'm not gonna I'll let her tell her story. But yeah. I mean, I met her initially on the show. We were both like slotted to perform on this Toronto One show. It was a show that was on TV, and that's when I first met her. And I was like, God damn! And I've been a fan ever since.
Dude, in the early 2000s, in the early 2000s, I used to go to clubs and be like, and I used to be always like this. Just, I hope Eternia's here.
Yeah, dude.
Because not only was she a dope MC, she's so beautiful. And
no, she's beautiful
too.
Yeah.
It's not like a sleazy thing. It's just like
no.
Exudes
beautiful
beauty.
soul,
like,
everything, man. She's incredible, man. And I just
all right. Get the fuck out of here, Najjah. I love you.
Peace.
I'll see you later. All right, so that's Najjah Calibur. Tomorrow night, as we just said, we're gonna have Eternia on the show, and yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. Like I don't know anyone that's ever done anything with Eternia at events or seen her perform live that wasn't like, this woman is dope. So I'm gonna leave us now with the promo for tomorrow's thing, and then we'll see you then. So thank you very much.
Blackballed.